Your little boy, K. Samson. Good evening to all my amazing choosing one up there. Listen, I have something special for us today. Don't think that they care. They don't care. Just believe me. Nobody care about you. That's why you need to wait till the end of this video. It's not something bad. It's not something what good. But the two is what you need to understand. The truth is this: nobody care about you. That is why you don't need to hearken or listen to what people are saying before you do what? You wake up and do what is necessary. Yes, believe me. If you think that people love you, people like you to become successful, or you need to make people feel good in order for you to succeed, or you must surely impress someone up there before you make it, believe me, it's a wasted mistake so ever. Yes, you don't need to listen to what people are saying, and you don't need to hearken to their voice, and you don't need to think who love you or who don't love you. You don't even need to care whether they like you, they don't like you, as long as you are not hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? As long as what you are doing is not contrary to your own faith, it's not contrary to the will of God. So don't listen to nobody, because people who will tell you what to do and what not to do, many of them have different option. Many of them are not even succeeding, not talk less of encouraging you to do what you are going to do in order for you to become successful. Listen, that is why you need to understand. Wake up and do that which you love in doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't just wait and be expecting people to like you, to be impressed by you, or people to tell you hours for you to wake up and do your job. Look at it. You can hear the sound of my master, despite of the fact that we have closed work, and he's still there working. Many people are, I'm just heading home to relax, but he's still there working. Why? It's because he know that nobody care about the job. Nobody care. None of us care about the job. What we care is that once it is 5 o'clock, we do what? We leave. That is just the fat truth. That's why I tell you that it's not something bad, and it's not something rude. So that's why you need to understand that if you are that kind of person who is interested on what people are saying, or you are interested, if I learn this job now, many people will go against it. If I learn this thing now, many people will not patronize me. If I decide to be doing this job, many of my friends will hate me. If I marry this man which I love, many people will do. Even my family will not like me anymore. Even my brothers will not like me. Who give a damn? Nobody give a damn about what you are doing, or how hard it is. It is you versus you, bro. Believe me, nobody will ever tell you this truth. It is you that own you. Nobody in this planet Earth that owns you with something. Nobody in this planet Earth that care about you. All that they care is just how to use you to elevate. If you are not informed about this, just be informed about this. All people care is how to use you in order for them to elevate. Yes, that's why I said it's not something bad, and at the same time it's not something rude. Because if you are not ready to work with your own self, if you are not ready to sacrifice for you to be lifted, people will use you to sacrifice in order for when I was going work today, there's something that I imagine. I said there is reason why people up there are becoming more successful, and why some people up there are not. I'm very sorry to say this word, but that's just the fact. If you are able to do it, to wait to the end of this video, I know that you will benefit a lot from it. Believe me. It look like some people are succeeding and some people are not. Why? Because people who are succeeding are using those who are low self-esteem. It's not a cause. That's why I said it's not something bad, and it's not a cause that you are not able to figure out that your identity, because many of us don't want to start from late to beginning. Many of us are talented. Many of us are equipped. Many of us have the mighty gift. We can think a lot, but how to start it is the problem. Because many of us, our thought is that we must surely do it in a big way. We can't start it little. We can't start it small. Look at it. I was asking, my master. I was asking his brother, how come his senior brother becomes so successful like this, that he's also a millionaire? How come? He started to narrate a word. He started to tell me that he started the work, little by little. Even the man who was there when the man started, the man said that before they don't have something like anything like working place. They just used to do the onions little by little, little by little. Even they use hand to do it and all those stuff. But now we can't count how many tractors. We can't count how many trailers. We can't even count how many that was last year. He opened another fabricator. He buy another fabricator. He's still building house. But when they were telling me how he started, I was so shocked. Believe me, I was so shocked. I said, how come he started that little and now he make it to this point? And I asked him one day. He said many of his friends have quit. Even my master, my master used to tell me, say, Samson, you are quite different from your friends. I said, why do you say so? He said, I can't tell all, but you know why. Why am I saying this? Not that I'm trying to make you not to feel good, but I'm trying to make you to know that small thing you have in your forehead, that small idea you have, and you are thinking it's not good enough for you to become successful. Hey God. you need to understand. You need to do what? You need to rise up and rewrite you need to stand up and start a new thing. You need to stand up and do that thing which whether you know how to cook, you know how to talk, you know how to how will I say, entertain people, you know how to give advice, you know how to give people hope, you know how to do anything you can do. Is it business? Is it this? You can start with little beginning. The Bible, God did not tell you that you must surely start with latter end. He said your little beginning with God may be small. That means there must and it will start with little beginning. So what does that tell you is that it does not matter how little your little beginning is. What matter is you don't quit. Because each of us on planet Earth have gift that we are gifted. Each of us are blessed. Each of us are equipped with many understanding. I was saying a word earlier that the reason why many people are becoming great and some people are not becoming great is because those who are becoming great, if you look at it, they are indirectly using those who don't want to start with little beginning. They are using them to lift themselves. Yeah, that was last month. That was last month. He trained throughout. It's not my master fault. It's not nobody's fault. But when I calculate the money I earned in last month, I pay my bill and I do everything. I was like, this is how life is going to be. This is how life is going to be. I was imagining, what else will I do? What else will I put my effort on? What else? Which business will I do in order for me to do what? To earn more. So what am I trying to say is this? There is a lot in your brain. There is a lot in your hand. But that little beginning is just the problem. So my brothers, I challenge you. Just remember one thing, that you owned you. Just remember one thing, it is you versus you. Just remember one thing, that nobody on planet Earth that owned you something. You own yourself something. If only you can just figure out this, believe me, in 5 to 6 years to come, you will come back to this channel and congratulate God, not me. Be wise. Start up that business. Start up that school. Do not be afraid. Don't let people who don't want to start up make you feel like your starting will end up in pain. Don't let people up there deceive you that your little beginning will not enlarge. No. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them discourage you. Keep going. Keep grinding. Because in God we hope. You know what I'm saying? So remain blessed.